Cammy Henry getting the start for Northwestern today.
For the graduate senior in Henry, what a perfect time to be throwing your best. And all the difference she credits to is her confidence, and also her ball is sharper than it's ever been.
First pitch is lifted out to short, one quick out. Brianna Copeland pops out to Bridget Donahue, and before we can even get ourselves settled, there's one gone here in the first.
That's exactly what you want to do if you're Cammy Henry, who lives up in the zone. She's going to look to spin her rise ball and create a lot of flyouts against this Indiana lineup that has so much power.
Now here is the power hitter, and Minnick is one more look at the quick work that Henry puts on. Sydney, you and I were talking before the game. Northwestern pitches so quickly that the pitch clock's never really in effect. And Indiana loves to steal in early counts, so there's going to be a speed battle right now. Very early into this one, Northwestern's got that advantage.
It's always a balance as a pitcher. You want to work quickly, but never speed yourself up, and that's something that these Northwestern pitchers really toe the line. But Gage Rohan is famous for always implementing the aspects that these teams are going to have to face going into postseason. So you see the pitch clock coming to Evanston, and it's about at 3 or 4 Big Ten schools that can really practice it.
That one slowly rolled to second. Charging in is Robinson over to first. 2 gone. And it seems like every time Northwestern makes a play, the crowd here, it's alumni weekend, it's senior weekend, it's just the electric environment signifying the postseason's almost here.
And that is why you see this team have so much success on their home field. Northwestern having the longest current active home game winning streak. And it has to be the crowd. It is just such an intimate setting, and the fans really feel like they're on top of you.
You mentioned that win streak, 38 games, looking to make it 39. Strike one poured into Sarah Stone, the first baseman. Stone hitting .312 this year with 2 outs, a little bit more, a dip in that, .216. Watches one go low, counts even at 1.
For Henry, we've already seen her go to an off speed in inning 1, and that's something that as soon as you throw it once, it remains in the heads of every single batter, knowing that Henry can go to the off speed at any time.
Bouncing one in for ball 2.
And for Indiana, it's going against Cammy Henry, it's all going to be about pitch selection. How do you want to attack this rise ball? You have to set a ceiling.
Strike 2 looking. Henry battling back after getting an early first strike. Evens it up at 2-2. Here's the 2-2 from Henry. That one lifted. Shallow center. Donahue calling it off. Puts the squeeze on. 3 up, 3 down to start the game for Northwestern. And they hit the bats. .254 ERA, and Indiana needs her to be at her best game in order to pull out a win today.
What Kleiman does so well is her ability to manage the bottom half of the zone. She's going to look to generate a lot of ground balls against this powerful Northwestern lineup.
Kansas Robinson looks at a first pitch ball, and the energy in this park is just tangible as Robinson chops one to second and through for a base hit. Robinson rounding first, she'll retreat. But a leadoff knock for Northwestern brings Nader up with a runner on, which, as we keep hinting at, is not something you want to see if you're an opposing team.
I mean, Eli, I got to this game 3 hours before, and the tailgating that was already occurring, and the players can feel it. Kansas Robinson rolls over a ground ball, but still able to find a way, and that's what this lineup does, is they're so gritty, always being physical, trying to push an extra base at any point.
Indiana's defense is ready for a bunt. When we talked to Coach Rohan earlier this week, she mentioned the ability that Nader has. 3 different tools, whether it's power hitting, slap hitting, or laying the bunt down. You have to be able to be ready for anything she pulls out. She looks at strike 1.
One thing that Kelsey Nader is famous for is always looking to bunt, following up a big at-bat. And that's exactly the way she ended the game last night. So expect to see her really play around with the different tools she has in the toolbox.
Nader squared up there, but pulled it back. 2-1 the count. Robinson at first, 3 for 3 on steal attempts. That one slapped foul.
And based on the way that this defense is really lining up against Kelsey Nader, there is a big 5-6 hole. That's something you have to be reading when you are a hitter, when you have third base up so tight, but then also shortstop looking to cover the steal if Robinson decides to go.
2-2. Fouled off Nader, and we'll see another pitch. Sydney, with that massive hole there, with your experience in the circle, how was your attack plan to make sure that a ball isn't put there?
That's why you always have coaches talking. So Michelle Gascoigne, who's in the dugout, she's going to be consistently talking to where the infield's being set to make sure you are on the same page at all times.
Count runs full as that one misses low and inside. Kleiman trying to turn with the velocity on that one, but just missed the zone.
That's where Northwestern is so good, is their ability to battle in so many two-strike situations. It can wear down a pitcher.
Nader continues to stay alive, and we'll see pitch number 8 of this at-bat. Robinson getting a good workout with those leadoffs at first base.
It's always one of those, you're leading off, and then if you can never get tired because that's the one that the hitter is going to put in play.
Here's the payoff. That one put in play up the middle. Fielded by Van Brandt, but can't make the throw in time. The speed of Nader comes into effect. 2 on with nobody out here in the first.
Very athletic play by Van Brandt, being able to go all the way in the hole, turn across her body, and to make the throw. Even surprised her first baseman, who wasn't even on the bag, had to get back late. But the speed of Kelsey Nader is what makes her so hard to field against.
Nader had a very similar play yesterday with Lindsay at first base, able to beat out a throw from second and keep their inning alive for Northwestern. But that brings Angela Zedak to the plate in a position where Kate Drohan called her one of the hardest hitting players she's ever seen. Serious pop in that bat, and with runners on, gotta be careful when you pitch to her.
I mean, Zedak's hitting an exit velocity as high as 87, and those are ridiculous numbers. I know if me playing defense against her, that's something I don't want to field. That's why you see a focus on Zedak, is being able to put the ball in play hard, do a ground ball, something you can do damage against.
This one softly hit back to the pitcher. Sliding into third is the force play, and Robinson's retired. Zedak the first, Nader slides over to second.
It's a great job by Kleiman, somebody who has so much power against Zedak, really working her in on the hands, creating a soft ground ball that ultimately she's able to go to third base just in time, inches before Robinson's hand.
1-5 on the fielder's choice. And here's Northwestern's third baseman, Hannah Cady. First pitch attacking directly to short. And Zedak sliding into second prevents any double play ball. And there's a little confusion on the field, but runners on the corners with 2 gone. Not out of the clear yet for Indiana, but you got to feel a little more comfortable now with 2 outs. The original call is stuck with, and Indiana holds on to that challenge. 2 outs, which does bring Emma Ray to the plate. A very special freshman in the eyes of Kate Drohan. Incredible 2-out hitting, and here she is with 2 outs in this first.
And Emma Ray is somebody who, when you talk to this Northwestern team, brings so much joy to the game. And it's that joy that allows her to stay so loose and free in these moments where a lot of players could feel pressure, especially a first-year player.
That pitch misses. Taking off for second is Katie, and she'll get in without a throw.
It's always one of those interesting situations to me where I understand why you don't want to go down a second, but even a fake throw in that moment, anything to try to draw Kelsey Nader off third base and make some sort of a play.
So now 2 runners in scoring position with a 1-1 count. Make that 2-1.
For Kleiman, it's all about attacking the zone. How can you continue to generate ground balls, not letting any of your drop balls miss up?
2-1 from Kleiman. Ripped to third, foul.
With how well Emma Ray is hitting the inner half of the plate, it's very important that when you go in against her, you want to go in tight to create those foul balls.
With a 2-2 count, a lot riding on this pitch. That one tapped back, foul, and we'll see another.
When you talk to this Northwestern team about what makes their two-out hitting so impressive, it's the belief. They say when they still have an out or a strike left to go, they believe who's ever in the box is going to get it done. And that's something really special to be able to say 1 through 9 throughout your lineup.
Tipped back. Ray continues to stay alive, and we mentioned her two-out hitting ability. A .235 batting average straight up. With 2 outs, she's hitting .292.
And to elevate your normal hitting. And sometimes for hitters, it can be a really freeing situation because now they have to be aggressive. They can't overthink which pitch do they want to attack.
Pitch number 7 at this at bat. Kleiman dials in, but before she can deliver, time is called.
This is the second time you have seen a player for Northwestern call time, and as a pitcher, that can be frustrating at times, having a hitter trying to break up your rhythm.
When you're in the circle and a batter calls timeout on you, what are your methods to kind of get back dialed in?
Oh, I'm playing the game then. Then they're going to go back on my time. I might take an extra second or two. And that's one of those fun matchups that doesn't come up anywhere in a box score, but you can feel it when you're in the box and you're on the mound, each one trying to fight that power dynamic back and forth.
A couple long at-bats in this inning. Nader was able to bring 8 or more pitches. This is pitch number 8 to Ray. Another 2-2. We'll see pitch number 9. 5 straight foul balls from Ray.
And if Northwestern continues to do that against Kleiman, she's somebody who doesn't normally stay in a complete game. You see her work a lot of 3-4 innings, so that could even shorten her duration in today's game.
They can get to her. Bridget Donahue awaits on deck. Another outstanding sophomore on this Northwestern team. 2-2, bouncing in. Sprinting home is Nader as the ball gets away, and that's how the game gets its first run. A wild pitch brings Nader home. Katie moves to third. It's 1-0 Cats.
The hustle, the speed by Kelsey Nader, but I think what's even more impressive is it was such a long at-bat, and to be able to stay in it mentally every single time you do the lead, for the one time that it gets away, you're there safely.
And getting us back on track, Ray hits a foul ball. Seen that 6 times in the last 7 pitches.
And for Kleiman, she's going to really work that drop ball. Also has the off speed that we've seen back and forth in this count. But if she were to elevate a drop ball here, it could really catch Ray off surprise.
Here's the payoff. That one lifted. Right field. Coming in on it is Bassett. She makes the play, and the inning ends. But not without a little theatricality. Couple hits, couple fielders' choices, and a wild pitch to bring in Kelsey Nader and give the Cats a 1-0 lead. We head to inning number 2. One more look at how the Cats get on the board. Stick with us in Evanston. Dominant pitcher to another in the circle, looking to keep a run going. Camry Henry gets a foul ball. The first pitch to Avery Parker. Just missing the zone there, 1-1 count.
We have seen the aggressiveness by Henry already in the circle, looking to really utilize all levels of her rise ball. You see her work a low rise to get ahead and then be able to expand it up in the zone the more she gets ahead on a batter.
Parker, a serious power hitter, 13 home runs, leads Indiana. Hitting in that cleanup spot for a very good reason, but is behind in this count. Here's the 1-2. That one roped to right, first hit of the day for the Hoosiers. Comes from Parker. So the same way that Northwestern started off, the bottom of the first, Indiana comes up with the second, getting a runner on in the leadoff position.
And for Van Brandt, being a first-year player, she's been in so many crucial spots for Indiana and really been able to deliver. They like having her in the middle of this order, somebody who's just a consistent base hitter.
That one's softly put. Katie trying to make the play to first, but Van Brandt beats it by a step. So almost exactly how the bottom of the first is gone for Northwestern. Indiana is copying, and hey, if it works, keep it going.
Indiana doing it very quickly, and all of a sudden you can feel the momentum heading in Indiana's directions. For Northwestern, it's all about predicting what the player is going to do next and being able to stay true and honest defensively to defend it all.
Right fielder Cora Bassett drops a bunt down. Her helmet falls off, and Muno fumbles the ball a little bit. The bases are loaded with nobody out here in the second inning. A familiar sight for the Hoosiers here in Evanston. See how Henry attacks her. She lifts this first pitch into left field. Grand slam off Welsh Ryan Arena. Chloe Geijer comes in. First pitch, pinch hit grand slam. It's 4-1 Hoosiers in the second.
One swing of the bat can change the momentum, and for Indiana, who was leading most of game one yesterday, this could give them the spark that they need to understand they can hit this pitching. Takes a rise ball in the outer half of the plate, is able to pull it all the way to dead left center.
Sydney, as a pitcher in this situation, giving up a grand slam is the last thing you want to do, but now you have a clean slate. It's almost like a new fresh inning. How do you get yourself back in the mindset of attacking the next batter?
It's all about your response, and in this moment, you have to understand it is only the second inning. There is plenty of time to come back. How quickly can you reset and throw competitive pitches to bring your team back in the dugout and back in the batter's box?
The grand slam was the third home run of the year for Geijer, bringing her RBI total to 7. Alex Cooper has a 2-1 count.
Little assist by Cooper there to Ray on the throwback to Henry. But you have to wonder in terms of when that grand slam was given up. It was the first pitch after sitting for 3-4 minutes where Henry had to wait for the review, and then the coach's timeout by Coach Gascoigne. That can be very challenging for a pitcher to really rest that long and then have to throw a competitive pitch again.
3-1 count. Katie is ready to cover that bunt if it's laid down, but it's lifted foul, and the count runs full. Every ball that was hit by Indiana, apart from one swing, was soft contact. But that one that was roped got out in a hurry and clanged off the wall of Welsh Ryan Arena to give Indiana a nice lead here in inning number 2. But a good comeback from Henry to get Cooper Fanning out number 1.
A huge response by Henry, who worked inside against Cooper and then had a chase rise ball on the outer half of the plate to get Cooper to just fan and really extend her hands outside her body.
Brings Brooke Benson up. Soft chopper foul. One more look at the pitch that put Cooper away. Really nice late movement on that one from Henry. 0-1 to Benson is lifted in the air, left center field. Coming in is Zedek and makes the play for out number 2. So after 4 straight hits, if you will, with the bunts included, 2 outs, and Northwestern looking to retire the side, limiting the damage to just 4.
And for Indiana, they had a lot of opportunities in game 1 with bases loaded yesterday, not able to capitalize on them. So even if you walk away with this, after this batter with an out, you're still very happy with the adjustments they made with runners in scoring position.
And when you look at the 2 games now in context with one another, it kind of felt like with Indiana getting those repeated bases loaded situations, at one point they were going to break through. It just happened to be at this point right now.
And it's a credit to their hitters for still believing, even when they weren't able to break through, that they were capable to do some. And when you talk to Coach Stan, she really prides her lineup on being able to have power all the way to the bottom.
Rio swinging is Copeland and fouls one back. Copeland popped out to short the first time up.
Copeland is who we saw go the entirety of the game in the circle yesterday. So her athletic ability to be able to play in so many games.
But she has the patience as well and draws a 5-pitch walk to keep the inning alive. Brings Minnick back up to the plate for her second at bat.
For Indiana, this is huge. Being able to turn over your lineup already in the second inning. The more looks you can see of any pitcher just builds success and comfortability within the hitter in the box.
Minnick with a ground out to Kansas Robinson. His first pitch ball.
And Copeland on first base. She's actually one of the fastest players for Indiana, but they have to be very careful in how they use her to steal because she is one of the most crucial arms on the team, so they try not to put her in any position that could really leave her vulnerable for injuries.
That one just outside of the foul line for strike one.
Taylor Minnick, one of the most powerful bats in this lineup. We talked about her early, such low walk numbers. Somebody who's consistently putting the ball in play.
Missing the zone, not by much, but our home plate umpire, Brady Sanderson, keeping it tight. 3-1. Back-to-back walks for Northwestern. And the inning continues for the Hoosiers, who are just doing their best to try to bat around in this second inning.
You see a players-led timeout by Northwestern. It's how can they reset? Because now you've had 2 times in the same inning where Indiana has been able to build a lot of momentum. You saw Northwestern take it back with 2 quick outs after the grand slam. But once again, Indiana finding themselves in scoring position. This is another important moment for them to be able to capitalize on it.
And Nick, we mentioned the patience of Copeland earlier. 32 walks for Taylor Minnick. Gives that ability for Sarah Stone to do some damage now with 2 on and 2 outs. Already ahead. This is the 9th batter for Indiana this inning. Stone popped out to end the first inning. Here she is in inning number 2. One bouncing in, throw back from Ray, and just beating the throw was Copeland. We mentioned the speed of Indiana, but we also talked about how you can't disrespect the throwing power of Emma Ray, willing to be aggressive, throw people out even on a back pick like that.
Those plays are so important, and Kansas Robinson did a great job backpicking and laying down the tag. But for Emma Ray, if you want Indiana to stay honest on the bases, you have to keep them close. Even though she doesn't get an out there, that can make all the difference in Copeland having to stay a step closer to the bag on a ball hit to the outfield, and she's looking to come around for home.
Kate Drohan comes into the circle. The team meets her. Sarah Stone in a 2-0 count is greeted with a ball. Both Copeland and Minnick, the runners on base for the Hoosiers, reached on a walk. Trying to avoid 3 straight walks from Northwestern's pitching staff. And it's given anyway. Bases are loaded for the 2nd time this inning.
One of the reasons why I'm sure Kate Drohan went to Cunningham is her ability to pound this strike zone is put in a tough situation where only 2 balls leads to a walk. She's going to be looking right now especially to go heavy to her drop ball to generate a rollover with bases loaded.
Hoosiers have fully batted around. Avery Parker led off this inning and chops one to short. Donahue to second, getting the force, and the inning is over. One of the scariest hitters Northwestern could face in that moment is put away, and we head to the bottom half of inning number 2. Work to be done for Northwestern's bats when we return. One more look at how The score broke down 4-0 off, or 4-1 after the grand slam from Geijer. Hoosiers in the lead. And if you're looking for good news on Northwestern's side, Ohio State currently leads Michigan 1-0 in the third. Northwestern still would need to win today, plus a Michigan loss in order to clinch the Big Ten championship today. Otherwise, there's still an opportunity to do it tomorrow. Bridget Donahue as an even count, not to the liking of the Purple Faithful here at the J.
And that is the alumni getting into it. It's an alumni day here in Evanston, and some very passionate ones behind home plate. But Indiana is giving Northwestern everything they have early. And if you're Sophie Kleiman, you love being in this situation. Now up 3 runs. She has just an under 3 ERA, somebody who doesn't give up many long balls at all. So if Northwestern's going to do it, it is going to be by really hitting that drop ball. One of the best to do so is Bridget Donahue, who's getting on base about 500% of the time.
One of the 3 sophomores on this Northwestern team with an OPS above 1,000. She thought she drew a walk, but strike 2 is called, and the count is full on the sophomore from Phoenix.
Both teams looking to figure out what the strike zone is. Always one of the biggest challenges when you're settling into a game.
That one chopped to third. It's fair. Excuse me, called foul. I was wondering why Donahue wasn't flying down the base path, and they did call the foul ball as it was fielded by Cooper at third.
Donahue is somebody who has grown so much from last season to this year into an everyday starter. You've seen her completely rework her hitting approach and just where she is really gaining power from, and that has shown in such a huge and important way in this lineup.
Just laser down the line, and Sanderson, our home plate umpire, quick to call it, as it was a very close call. Glove was basically down on the bag as play was made, but another payoff. That one's fair, same spot. Donahue rounding first, she'll head for second. She slides in safely, a leadoff double to start the bottom of the second inning for Northwestern, and the crowd erupts here at the J.
Donahue giving Cooper everything she had on that third base line, able to pull an inside drop ball. You could tell from immediately she is rounding first base, always hunting for that extra base with the speed that she has, doing damage. And even just watching that back, that is such a hard hit ball.
Kleiman calls timeout, and now we have a meeting in the circle. Watches the first pitch heater come in.
Kleiman understands coming in against a pinch hitter, you want to attack the zone. Cunningham hasn't seen any swings so far today.
The appeal saying Cunningham went around, and it's quickly 0-2. We saw pinch hit success in this inning from Indiana. Chloe Geijer, as we mentioned, hitting a grand slam to give Indiana their 4 runs. Cunningham looking to match that.
It's a great 0-2 pitch by Kleiman, only working about half a ball outside. And that's going to be the most important thing for her against Northwestern, is being able to have competitive chase pitches when she's ahead.
With the crowd support behind her, the count evens up at 2. Another score update out in Ann Arbor. Ohio State has tacked on another run. In the bottom of the third, it is 2-0 with the Buckeyes in front. Back here in Evanston, Northwestern trailing by 3, and Cunningham is waved. A loud first out for the Hoosiers.
A big strikeout by Kleiman, being able to go back to her drop ball inside, and Cunningham just gets a bit too steep with her barrel. That's exactly what you want to do when you're Kleiman, is trust your spin over the heart of the plate.
Now Ainsley Muno stares at a strike. Donahue at second, notching Northwestern's first extra base hit of the day. But Muno quickly behind 0-2 after waving and missing.
These last few swings by Northwestern, you see them working on top of the drop ball, and that's not going to be a good matchup against somebody who heavily lives down in the zone. They're going to have to make an adjustment with their barrel. They want to attack Kleiman's drop ball.
0-2, bouncing in. Donahue hustling to third. And it looks like they called the check swing around from Muno. Drop third strike, she's tagged out. Donahue stays at third, but not a way that you want 2 quick outs if you're Northwestern's coaching staff here.
And that makes Donahue's aggressiveness even more important, that now you have a runner at least on third base with Ayanna Lindsay, who's came up in crucial moments for Wildcats, being the 9-hitter, somebody who can really turn around this batting order.
Runner on third. Ayanna Lindsay, a highlight level player out in center field on the defensive side, looking to get around because when we talked to Coach Drohan earlier this week, she mentioned when Lindsay and Kansas Robinson, who bats behind her, can get on base, Kelsey Nader's going to do some serious damage. So looking to keep the inning alive is Lindsay, and she looks at a 1-1 count.
And Lindsay is somebody who sees even more success against drop-ball pitchers, and she's been having her best stuff in Big Ten play.
Here's the 1-1. Cut on and miss for strike 2. Going low in the zone again, and it's really been working for Kleiman.
When she's able to tunnel her off-speed pitch like we just saw in that last pitch with her drop ball, makes it so hard as a hitter. You don't notice it till it's almost at you at the plate.
Foul tipped, just drops out of the glove of Avery Parker, and Lindsay stays alive.
Ayanna Lindsay, somebody who has stepped in such a crucial way. She's one of the many players who has been waiting her turn for her moment. I think that's what's so special about this Northwestern team. In the era that we're in right now, the transfer portal is huge. If you're not starting your freshman year, you're looking to go somewhere else your sophomore year. But players like Ayanna Lindsay who brought into the process.
And really done it in grand fashion as she taps this one back to Kleiman. Easy enough to make the play, but with a little scary fashion as the throw goes wide. Stone holds on, and the inning is over. Northwestern threatens with Donahue almost coming around, but Kleiman holds them off. It's 4-1 as we head to the third in Evanston.
For this Northwestern, we just had a glimpse of the Women's College World Series, the last appearance in 2022. This team is somebody who believes could also make a similar run. So while this series is ultimately important, this is a team that is looking at postseason and just looking to build every single weekend, understanding their destination is weeks down the road.
And Sydney, you were on that Women's College World Series team. What's the mindset like throughout the gauntlet of a season, through the Big Ten Conference, through the tournament? This one's tapped to first. Muno will take it herself for out number 1 against Van Brandt. But just having to keep yourself mentally in check, physically able to keep the season going with a lot of long games, late nights. What's that grind like as a player?
You really have to buy into the one game at a time. And how can I just get a little better at softball today? When I look back at that group, and we were talking about it in Game 3, Tempe, Arizona, I think that game took years off of my life. But it was really just the culture that was so special, where it was a group of women who loved playing alongside each other. And that's one thing that both these teams and Northwestern really continues to buy in, is their relationships on and off the field. And you can see that within this group and how much they love each other.
They were leading a Go UNU chant during the bottom half of the second, got the crowd involved, and the fact that they were able to bring the crowd back into this environment and with all the festivities going on in between innings, that's been a big plus on Northwestern's side while they're trailing in the score department.
And Coach Stanton even said to Kate Drohan, I could see why you never want to leave. This is her first time as a head coach playing in Evanston. And there is something so special about the way the community shows up, specifically as you get near the bottom and Northwestern's competing for another Big Ten title. But if you're Indiana, you have to love playing with a crowd who is so into every single pitch.
Bassett stays alive with a foul ball. And with Cunningham out there looking to keep this momentum going after she came in. Technically, she came in for Izzy Kania in the as Cammie moves to the designated player spot. So a lot of the flexibility, substitution movement is in there. Chopper to third. Katie makes it over to first for out number 2. And this is the Northwestern defense that Coach Drohan wants to see, with confident pitching, defense making their plays, and limiting any small ball movement.
And this defense, specifically a player like Hannah Katie, who's been so good at fielding those hard-hit ground balls, they've had to learn how they defend when different pitchers are on the mound. With somebody like Renee Cunningham, she's going to be generating so many ground balls to the left side. And so you'll see them play around a lot with Donahue at shortstop and Katie at third base. And what are the best ways to serve Renee Cunningham and being behind her?
Taking our first look today at Cassidy Kettleman, was scheduled to bat in the second inning, was lifted for the pinch hitter that was Chloe Geijer, and she was the one that took the grand slam out of here. And Kettleman, who has really good numbers with runners on and didn't have any opportunities with the bases loaded, thought to be the right choice, but well, that's the reason I'm up here and not coaching this game. Here's the 1-1. That one's skied to right. Coming in is Nader. And for the second time in the first 3 innings, Northwestern puts the Hoosiers away 1-2-3. Bottom half of the third inning coming up, with the top of Northwestern's order looking to do some damage when we return. Top of the order for Northwestern, Kansas Robinson watches one bounce in.
And while we talk about Michigan and Ohio State's game, when you talk to Northwestern, they're not focused on it, and I think they love being in the position of being able to write their own destiny. You never want to be having to prey on another team's downfall, but how can they just take care of business on their own?
You know, like, Northwestern does not need Michigan to lose in order to call themselves Big Ten champions. Just the more Michigan loses, the earlier they can celebrate. But trailing by 3 in the third, nothing is safe yet.
For Northwestern, it's going to all be about how can you handle Kleiman's drop ball that she is working so effectively right now, being able to throw it a bit higher in the zone, but really ladder it down when she needs to.
Robinson, big swing and a miss as that one drop us low into the zone. 2-2 to the slugger. 1305 OPS for Kansas Robinson this year. Hits over 500 from the leadoff spot.
We talked earlier about, against somebody like a Cammie Henry, it's all about setting a ceiling, but for Northwestern, it's almost about creating a basement. You have to understand how late can you decide to not swing when a drop ball misses low.
That one chopped the third, gets through Cooper, but a great play by Benson is made, but not able to feel it cleanly as Stone, and Robinson's aboard for the second time today.
Robinson with the ground ball, sends it to the left side, gives herself an opportunity to leg it out. Another bang, bang play, and while we're taking a look at that, they are not challenging it. So a big win for Kansas Robinson, who almost runs all the way into right field trying to leg it out.
The ball just squeezed out of the glove of Stone at the end of that play there. It popped out, and that was the signal from the umpire, which kept Robinson aboard. It's not being scored an error, but that's just showing the running ability of Robinson, that she was able to make that a hit in the instance that that ball was caught. Oh, my. Nader lines one off the pitcher. Got to make sure Kleiman's all right. Runners are safe all around, and we make sure everyone's okay now.
Somebody who's throwing mid-upper 60s is going to be working the ball a lot more up in the zone than they just saw.
Zedak swings at the first pitch, over to third. A 5-3 double play is a the exact moment that Indiana needed after Northwestern was threatening here to lead off this third with 2 on and nobody out. Now puts Nader alone at second and 2 gone in this inning.
And during those scary moments, you saw Indiana come together as a team and really reset. And for Copeland to be able to make a big pitch like this, it's only going to elevate this team.
Now Hannah Katie with a 1-0 count in front of her. Copeland just looking to get out of this inning and keep the Hoosiers moving forward with this 4-1 lead. Behind Katie in this count.
In her first 3 pitches, she's already thrown 2 off speed, so a much different look now that Northwestern's having to not only defend the 66, 68 mile per hour hard stuff, but also the 58 off speed.
Long pause from Copeland, but she fires quickly. Quick wind up there to Katie, and it's 3-1.
Katie, somebody who was more aggressive against her in game 1, a much more patient approach today.
Fouls one towards the Northwestern dugout. Kelsey Nader at second, 6 for 8 in steal attempts this year. Has scored 37 times. That one lifted shallow. Stays in the infield. Benson underneath. And after Northwestern threatens with 2 early base runners, Copeland gets the Hoosiers out of the jam and takes us to the 4th inning with the Hoosiers still up 4-1. Sweeping of royalty across the right field side of Northwestern's home stadium. So many great players, great memories, great moments, fueled by 2 phenomenal coaches in Sharon Drysdale and Kate Drohan. With nearly 50 years combined, the two, absolutely legendary program those 2 coaches have built.
What's so special is you have alumni from really every class going back 20, 30 years. And that's what makes this program so special, is that these women in the alumni keep showing up for the current players. I'm a new alumni. Let me tell you, when I was wearing the jersey, I felt the love and support by every single one of them. And it's just a legacy that continues to go on. And there's 9 Big Ten titles throughout this entire group here today.
Northwestern with an opportunity to make it 10 with a win today, plus a Michigan loss, as Ohio State is currently threatening to put more runs up on the board in the 5th inning out in Ann Arbor. Renee Cunningham and this Northwestern team needs to find a way to get back into this one with a 1-2 count against Alex Cooper.
For Northwestern, they were starting to build momentum before the injury. And then you've seen them kind of hand it back off to Indiana. So for Cunningham in the circle, how can you create some sort of a spark by being able to have a quick 1, 2, 3 to bring that momentum back on your side?
That one fouled back towards the netting. Looked like it was heading our way for a second.
Did you see the reflexes? I was ready to go.
With our window open here in the press box, anything could happen, right? But Cooper stays alive to see another pitch. Indiana 4 runs on 4 hits. Northwestern 1 run on 5 hits. That one just poked, but lifted high towards center. Tracking back is Lindsay, and it's over her glove. Rounding second, headed towards third is Cooper. She slides in with a leadoff triple, and Indiana stays hot in this 4th inning.
And Cooper, with just a bit of a check swing, is still able to generate enough power over Lindsay's head in center field, and then with her speed, able to leg it out all the way to third base. We saw small ball be the name of the game for Indiana. Again, another look at Cooper's powerful hit, just out of reach of the outstretched glove, but you wonder if Indiana is going to go back to that small ball, try to ensure another run across.
Brooke Benson, the fly out. Her last time up, stares at a strike. Katie's playing in, ready for the bunt, as well as Muno at first. Benson keeps the bat on her shoulder, and it's 0-2.
And Coach Shannon must be relying on the fact that there are no outs to allow Benson to swing away. She does have 14 bunts on the season.
That one put in play. Katie looks to run her back and fires it over to first. A great play by the veteran third baseman.
Even though Katie was so tight, still able to have enough range, be able to work side to side. And that's why sometimes you want to lean in on the numbers. I think a squeeze in that situation would have been a much better decision. Again, always easier said than done now that we've seen the play happen, but Benson just rolls over a ground ball on the outer half of the plate.
Just great reflexes by Katie to get that look back as well, prevent the run from scoring. Nice off-speed pitch delivered by Cunningham to Copeland. Copeland, a pop out and a walk. Third plate appearance. Driven foul on the left side.
We mentioned Angela Zedak's power in one swing of the bat. Well, that is Copeland for Indiana. Has one of the highest exit velocities. So somebody, even though Cunningham's going to be looking for her to generate a ground ball, she's somebody who can hit it so hard and allow errors or hard hit balls to be created.
Designated player who has come in to pitch in this one. Skies one right field. Should it be deep enough to score the run? Nader makes the play, fires it home. And Cooper comes in safely, adding an insurance run for the Hoosiers. It's 5-1 in inning number 4. The sac fly coming in for Copeland. You mentioned the exit velocity. Didn't have enough to leave the park, but an RBI is an RBI.
And that's textbook quality softball, being able to send it opposite field just enough. A huge insurance run as Indiana continues to separate the gap even bigger for Northwestern.
Now Taylor Minnick base is empty with 2 gone. If they can get to Sarah Stone, she awaits on deck. Late swing there from Minnick. Foul territory.
You're starting to see a lot of adjustments by Indiana's hitters. You saw in the previous innings against Cunningham, they were generating a lot of ground balls. This time they're coming in, allowing their barrels to get even lower, going down to go get these drop balls and send them into line drives and fly balls.
The 1-1 from Cunningham is skied left field. Zedak at the foul line, puts the squeeze on. And that ends the inning, but not before Indiana can bring in one more thanks to a sac fly from Brianna Copeland. Capitalizing off the triple hit by Alex Cooper, it's 5-1 Hoosiers heading to the bottom of the 4th. Ton of fabulous players, several postseason trips, World Series appearances, 5-time Coach of the Year. You can keep going, but we run out of daylight today.
And you mentioned some of her greatest accomplishments, but being a former player, I have to say it's the women that she built. Somebody who has a resume long in her win streak, her Coach of the Years, but it's the relationships, the way she invests in players throughout their 4 or 5 years and then a lifetime after out of uniform. One of the lucky ones to play for her, and she's a coach that you could run through a wall for.
She's proven that she can still recruit better than most other coaches as Ray lifts this one foul ground. Good enough for Cooper to track it down and put the squeeze on for the first out. But mentioning what Drohan's been able to do, Northwestern has 5 hits this game, all 5 of them coming from those sophomores, Robinson, Nader, and Donahue, who's coming up at the plate now. Mentioned their OPS abilities, but for them to be the entire production of the Northwestern team right now really says something about the recruiting ability of Drohan and the development once they're here.
And that was a special class. You knew it from the moment they stepped foot on campus. Their opportunities last season have allowed them to grow from their experience and really shine. And then you look at this team, it has 9 new faces, one being the graduate transfer in Ashley Miller, but the rest all is first-year players who've also made such a strong impact on this team.
Donahue doubled in the second. Is ahead in this count 2-1.
For Northwestern, they we're facing Sophie Kleiman, somebody so heavy down in the zone, and you haven't seen him been able to switch the script against Copeland, who came into this game in the second. And for them, it's all going to be about adjustments. How can they learn from each at-bat?
Copeland, who's gone through an inning and a third so far, gets Donahue back and caught her swinging for out number 2.
Copeland able to climb the ladder, but what really set up Donahue was the pitch before and the off speed. Anytime you go off speed to a rise up and in, that speed and spin difference so hard to defend as a hitter.
Another pitcher versus pitcher matchup coming up as we look at that.
Some nasty late break.
Timeout called. We'll reset. Renee Cunningham, who entering today had only had 4 at-bats, one of them leaving the yard, is 0 for 1 with a strikeout today. Just chopping at that one, almost a half swing, but Cooper knows what to do with it. A veteran third baseman, an all-star level defender right there, ends the inning for Indiana and sends us into the 5th with the Hoosiers still up by 4. Stick with us in Evanston. Three, 4, 5 hitters due up for the Hoosiers: Stone, Parker, and Van Brandt, as Renee Cunningham comes out looking to continue this relief effort. Fires in a first pitch strike. We look at the other game with major implications. Ohio State still leading Michigan 2-0. They're in the top of the 6th in Ann Arbor. This one slowly chopped foul, and it's 0-2. In order for Northwestern to call themselves in order to complete a three-peat in regular season championships, they would need a win today, plus Ohio State holding on out in Ann Arbor with a 2-0 lead. But nothing is for certain. Northwestern's offense really hasn't gotten too much going consistently since the first inning when Kelsey Nader scored on a wild pitch.
Cunningham has been another steady force coming in for the Wildcats. We talked earlier about how much she pounds the zone. She only has 7 walks on the season and 2 in conference play. She works quickly to get ahead on every single one of these batters.
One of the walks came today. Actually, I don't think that it officially counts because she came in with a 2-0 count, did not fire all 4 balls. But that walk doesn't go to her either, so just showing that the 4-ball count never really happens when number 4 is out there. Here's the 2-2. Sharply hit to second. It's over the glove of Robinson. A leadoff single for Sarah Stone. And Indiana means business here in the 5th.
A great piece of hitting, be able to send the drop on the outer half of the plate all the way to the right side of the field, not trying to do too much. And that's what you've seen Indiana do, been able to really open up the gap of the 3-4 hole.
Now Avery Parker, huge power threat. Singled and scored in the second. Reached on a fielder's choice in the second as well. She ropes one to right center field. That's down and hitting the wall. Around third is Stone. She'll come to the plate. Play is safe. An RBI double for Avery Parker gives the Hoosiers another run. It's 6-1 now.
Parker able to go down and get that drop ball. Really gets deep in her legs and able to elevate the ball. And then it was off to the races. And Indiana, known for that speed, always taking that extra base and being able to score from first base. Not only takes speed, but it also takes commitment to tight corners.
And Sarah Stone has taken the least amount of steal attempts in this Indiana starting lineup, but able to work her way around and beat the throw from Donahue and DeRay at the plate. Gives the Hoosiers a 5-run lead, and they still have a runner in scoring position with nobody out in the 5th. Van Brandt Batter up. Cora Bassett and Cassidy Kettleman on deck and in the hold respectively, excuse me. Northwestern's crowd trying to get back into it. Bunt is shown and it's fouled back. And Sydney, you and I were just talking during the break, having the crowd kind of taken out after the injury to Sophie Kleiman. You could sense that Indiana put themselves firmly in the driver's seat. Now Northwestern's alumni and fans doing whatever they can to will their team back in it. It's
been a great job by Indiana to be able to control those emotions in that moment and use it to fuel them instead of really make them vulnerable. As you watch them try to work back in this small game, which did give them the spark early on in this game.
Van Brandstrad bunting twice now and fouled them both. Corner infielders remain ready in case another one is dropped down. 0-2 from Cunningham. That one ripped, line drive to Robinson. She makes the play. Scampering back to second is Parker to avoid getting doubled off.
That's what great players do. You saw Robinson was beat in the hole earlier, this time able to make an incredible jump, going all the way to her right to make a diving catch. Her athleticism allows her to be able to elevate her game in those moments. But you're right, she did struggle with control issues yesterday, had 5 walks in 1 inning.
First batter she faces is Cora Bassett, who has singled and grounded out.
And this move by Northwestern shows that this is an aggressive move. Not only do they want to get Miller back on the right track, pitching at a confident level, but they're going all in on this game, doing whatever they can to never make Indiana feel comfortable in the box.
And you got to figure there probably aren't eyes on the game in Ann Arbor in the Northwestern dugout right now. But Ohio State still leads 2-0. They're in the bottom of the 6th. So even if Northwestern doesn't win today, a win tomorrow would end up clinching if the score holds there. A wild pitch sails over the head of Ray. Heading up to third is Avery Parker. Not the way you really want to start things if you're Ashley Miller.
And Kate Drohan's going to give Emma Ray a second. And what she has done as a first-year player behind the dish, absolutely incredible. She started every single game but one. She looks to shake something off as a wild pitch, which allowed the runner to get from second to third, putting Indiana in another situation where they're 60 feet away from extending the lead even further.
But the way how high that pitch sailed, and maybe it's some type of just little extension, hyperextension as Ray was trying to hop up to catch it. Looks to be all right, not coming out of the game in any way, but.
You see a little thumbs up by her. Little calf raises we saw, getting it all stretched out. And Ray has done such a great job being able to manage this entire pitching staff. The pitchers can't talk enough about what Ray does behind the plate, constantly giving them a smile. And the chemistry that Miller and Ray have been able to build, something really special between a 22-year-old and an 18-year-old.
Miller fires a 3-0, and it's a 4-pitch walk to start Ashley Miller's outing today.
Cammie Henry, who started the game, now getting loose in the bullpen. And for Ashley Miller, in this moment, it's all about how can you trust your stuff. Everyone has seen it all season long. They know her capabilities and how deadly she can be when she's working that drop ball changeup combination. Just needs to believe in herself.
And when you mentioned Cammie Henry, she can enter and it will not be counted as a re-entry because when Renee Cunningham came in, she came in for Izzy Kania, who was playing the DP spot. So, little creative ways for Kate Drohan to get around things, but she
There's
has
no
her
one more
available.
creative than her.
But runners on the corners here in the 5th for Ashley Miller. Bunt laid down, but it rolls back foul.
Indiana continuing to play the small ball. And besides 0-0, it's 0-1 that you see this team trying to square around the most. And also put Bassett in running position, going from first to second, stealing on that, but being called back.
And now an 0-2 count, so options are a little more limited. And that one just missed the zone. Kettleman in the third with a fly out to right. In her spot in the order was Chloe Geier's grand slam back in the second inning. There's the first strikeout of the day for Ashley Miller. Second overall for this Cats team.
When you do not get the changeup that you want called, throw an even better one. That sequence is looking like the Ashley Miller that everybody knows she can be.
See if that boosts the confidence a little bit more now with 2 outs. First pitch rises a bit too tall for the zone.
Miller, a 4-time Big Ten champion, came in as a graduate transfer from Michigan State, somebody who's familiar with the Big Ten, but this is her first time competing for a Big Ten championship, and that can also be playing into the pressure that she's feeling.
They draw the throw from Ray. The throw back to the plate and in time.
And that is Indiana softball at its finest. The runner on first base takes a few steps off, baits the throw. Ray sends it down all the way to second base, but they fire it back.
There's even more at stake if you want to add things to the pot. Northwestern is currently riding a nation-high 38-game home win streak that is currently in jeopardy.
One of the players who's largely been a reason for that this season is Ainsley Muno, the first-year player who, since starting at first base and in the lineup, the Wildcats are 24-3.
Got to go back a long way to the last time Northwestern has lost here at the J. And we will have a lot more information as it comes through. This one rocket to left center field. Muno does some damage and gets Northwestern a needed run. You can start to feel life in the Cats dugout as they pour out to greet Muno. A solo shot to lead off the bottom of the 5th makes it 6-2.
Ainsley Muno, when I talked to her this past week, she said she has to get better early in the count in her aggressiveness, and right there was hunting for her pitch. And when she saw it, boy, did she not miss, giving Northwestern some life in the spark that they are looking for in the bottom of the 5th, still trailing 4 runs.
But to do it in the leadoff position, too, allows you to get your big hitters up to the plate in this inning as well. One more look at the shot that Muno delivered. Saw what Geijer did in the second, putting one off Walter Ryan, said, hey, I'll do the same, but put it more towards center field.
And the 2 bombs that we've seen today have been from the bottom of the order, which just speaks of both of the depth that these teams carry.
Lindsay was fooled by that one, trying to settle back in, but this crowd is fully back into it, trying to will their team on in what would be a miraculous comeback. Lindsay ropes one to left. Does it stay fair? It just hooks foul.
You can feel the energy rising throughout the stadium. The crowd getting back into it already with Muno swing and then Lindsay coming up with so much confidence. And Kate Drohan loves having Lindsay in the 9th spot. Somebody who has so much pop in her bat and is able to work her way on base.
It's treated like a second leadoff hitter in a way, because if you can get on, you get Kansas Robinson at the plate with a runner on, and we know we've talked about what Nader can do with runners on board as well. So getting Lindsay on is really step 1 in what could be a very successful plan for this Northwestern batting order. A late punch out is called, but Lindsay is sent down on strikes.
And what a time for an off-speed pitch by Brianna Copeland. You've seen it use it a lot more in Game 2 of the series, having to continually change her looks against this lineup who's seen her so much. And some of the hardest changeups to defend are those ones who drop in at the top part of the zone.
Candace Robinson with 1 out. She's 2 for 2 today. A pair of base hits.
And Kansas Robinson having the 2nd highest batting average in the Big Ten.
She puts this one into right center. That one gets down into the wall. Robinson into second. She'll hold with a double. Northwestern's offense is starting to show up. It took a little bit, but just like yesterday's game, they're here when they need it.
And showing off the dance moves, Kansas Robinson, this team has so much belief in when she's at the plate. Takes an outside pitch, sends it into right center. Talk about that 400 average. There's only been 9 players in Northwestern's history who've hit above 400 throughout the entire season. The last person to do so was Marissa Bast in 2012.
We'll have a leadoff at second base on the pitch. The last time Northwestern lost here at home was on April 3rd, 2022 against number 23 Michigan at the time. And how fitting it is that Northwestern's competing with Michigan for a Big Ten regular season title.
Two programs who have so much rich history. One of the reasons why they're competing is Kelsey Nader, who stepped up in the 2-hole. You saw her shine yesterday when they intentionally walked Kansas Robinson, and where she's grown the most is her plate coverage. She is somebody who's shown she has power not only in the inside but in the outside part of the plate as well.
Cooper with the 2-0 pitch. Squeaks inside and it's 3-0. Zdak waiting on deck. Northwestern still needs to get these runners home and then some. They trail by 4 in the 5th. Strike 1.
When you look at the power growth that Kelsey Nader has had, she went from having 1 home run all of last season to 6 this year and multiple extra base hits.
See Kelsey Nader, who draws the 1-out walk, has already had 2 hits to her name, the 5th straight game with multiple hits. Angela Zdak with runners on, a .338 hitter.
When you talk about players who have experience winning a Big Ten championship, you have to mention Angela Zdak and Hannah Katie on the on-deck circle, 2 who have done it twice already. They know how to handle these big moments.
Ball nearly got away from Parker, but a good job staying with it to prevent the runners from advancing.
For the first time, it feels like Indiana's pitchers are struggling to find the strike zone. They're squeezing the ball a little bit more in these big pressure situations.
There's the first strike to Zdak, and it's 2-1.
And Zdak is somebody who does such a great job defending both speeds, but we usually go all in, have a plan to attack one speed before she has to open it all up with 2 strikes.
Three balls and a strike now to Zdak. Came back for an extra season, looking to make the most of it in this at-bat. Hannah Katie waits her turn on deck. Here's the 3-1. In the air, right field. Bassett coming in. Robinson will tag, heading for third. She makes it in. So runners on the corners, 2 outs, and a huge at-bat here for Hannah Katie. But they trail by 4. First pitch gets away, squirts back to the backstop. Robinson's in safely, and it's 6-3. Nader moves up to second. So a little less pressure on Katie to try to bring all 3 in, but still work to be done. But this is the first time Northwestern scored multiple runs in an inning today.
And now 2 of the 3 runs Northwestern has scored has been on wild pitches. You saw from Kelsey Nader, now Kansas Robinson. And Northwestern is hitting over 300 on the season with 2 outs.
That one comes back fair. It started in foul territory, but it came back into play. Out is the call at the base. And there's a little confusion in Northwestern's dugout there, but as it stands, the inning is over. Ashley Miller goes off speed and pours in a strike. We do have a score update in Ann Arbor. In the top of the 7th, Ohio State hits a home run to extend the lead to 6-0. They're heading into the bottom of the 7th right now. So pressure's on quite a little bit more. Bouncing ball in for the second ball of the count.
Miller, somebody who has went back and forth with control issues, primarily works drop ball and changeup, has shot a few of them down in the zone, looking to be a bit more comfortable though within these last few batters.
It's a tough out here with Alex Cooper, who tripled her last time up. Really got a hold of her pitch and is ahead in this one 3-1.
You can see Ray behind the plate working to bring those balls low in the zone up in every way she can, working to get a strike called for a pitcher.
Grad student to a first-year batter. Nice pitch low in the zone for strike 2.
It always says a lot about a pitcher when in a 3-1 count, they go to their off speed for a strike. Shows their confidence level.
And it's a great sign if you're Kate Drohan to see a pitcher who's been walking quite a bit more still have that confidence and pulls off a huge strikeout there for the first out of the inning.
That is when you know for a team that your pitcher is back. Working back from a 3-1 count, 2 off speeds in a row. So hard to defend when you're a hitter, saying, will she do it again?
Benson today 0 for 2. Fly out and ground out.
On that one, that was the first one because the crowd has been so loud that I actually heard a sit on Indiana's side, and both of these teams are going to be looking to do whatever they can to get that advantage over one another.
These corner infielders are seemingly ready for a bunt on every batter that Indiana brings up. Strike 1 called.
And for Coach Gascoigne, she's one who's never afraid to double up those changeups. We've seen what now, 5 in a row.
Another bouncing ball in. And you mentioned Michelle Gascoigne's ability to call the pitches. Even when she's not even present, there's definitely ability on this field to call her own pitches. Emma Ray took over that responsibility when Gascoigne got tossed out of a game recently. Did a decent enough job to guide her pitchers through. She has that ability to connect with her pitchers even as a first year.
That's where you challenge your catchers.
Bunt down, back to Miller, over to first, easy enough for out number 2.
You challenge players like Emma Ray in situations in the fall or in bullpens during practice when you are working inter-squad matchups. Say, let you call a few and I'll call a few so they get the rhythm of what you like to do and then how to be successful and call games themselves. So in those moments, they can step up and be ready.
Lineup turns over again. Here's Copeland. Last time up, had a sac fly to score this 5th run for the Hoosiers.
We have seen Copeland do it all today. She's been at third base, she's been in the mound, she's been in the batter's box. And that is one of the reasons why Stanton wanted to recruit her. And actually, when she came in, she didn't even love pitching. If anything, it was the bottom of those 3, but has since then, with Coach Bell being the pitching coach for the Hoosiers, developed that love. And they've had to really balance her out as an athlete to make sure she's staying fresh and being able to contribute in all of these ways.
They put a tremendous amount of faith in her, tasking her with all these responsibilities. And so far this season, she's really been shining with a 343 average and an OPS just shy of 1,000. That one misses the bottom of the zone, and it's 3-0.
One thing in my talk with Coach Stan this week is they noticed that Miller is able to get the 3-0 quickly at times, but then it's her ability to climb back. So she's telling her hitters, even in 3-0 situations, be ready for good pitches.
That one just stabbed at it. In play enough for Katie, who makes the grab along the fence to end the inning. So a little trouble in the count for Ashley Miller, but her fielders help her out in a massive way. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's a 3-run ball game. Talked to Coach Drohan earlier in the week. She mentioned how close those two are. They are truly family, spending the holidays together. Inseparable. She said that Drysdale will be with the team in Iowa City next week for the Big Ten tournament. So it's always good to have not only a legend of the game, but a coach at the level of Sharon Drysdale to be on your side.
One thing about Northwestern is they're going to make you understand where your roots are, what your foundation is. And at the very core of it is Sharon J. Drysdale. Like you mentioned, the relationship that her and Kate Drohan have is very special, but a program to have only had 2 leaders is absolutely tremendous, and it shows their ability to create championship teams time and time again.
Copeland's turning up the heat in this at-bat against Ray, and is able to even the count at 2-2. Ray's putting together some nice swings, just looking to straighten him out a little bit more. 6-3 ball game, both teams 7 hits apiece. Ray lays off.
Ray is a player who has only elevated her batting average in her entire game at the plate since Big Ten play, has shown up big.
This one's skied to center field. The park will eat it. Kettleman underneath, 1 gone.
Where you're seeing Copeland get success is getting in on the hands of these Northwestern hitters. You see a few fly balls from some very powerful hitters, and they're just not able to find the barrel. A lot of them just tying themselves up and hitting it at the hands of the bat.
So here's Donahue, 1 for 2 today with a double and a strikeout. Quick to work. Foul ball on the first pitch, but good-looking swing.
You've now seen Donahue rope it to the third base side of the field multiple times today. Now, if you're the left side of Indiana, you are taking a few steps back and just anticipating the ball your way.
And if you're a Northwestern hitting coach in this situation or anyone viewing it, you're seeing Donahue's been early on kind of these swings. How do you get her to kind of delay a little bit more and put one more to where the defense isn't going to be cheating towards that third base line?
Well, if they keep pitching her inside, eventually she's going to find the timing of that. But I think it's more about, you bring up a great point, she's early. How can you then layer up the outside pitch against Donahue, or even throw in that off speed with her being so early? We see Donahue will take a talk with Kate Drohan, talking about how can she just spray the middle of the field. And for her, she's going to defend that inside pitch. How can she keep her hands inside and her barrel really on the inside of the ball and not allow her hands to extend out on the inner half of the plate?
Big swing and a miss for Donahue, and we have a final score in Ann Arbor. Ohio State wins it 6-0. So all it would take is a Northwestern win in the next 2 days, and they will be Big Ten regular season champions for the 3rd straight year. But Copeland has other ideas as he strikes out Donahue.
Back-to-back times, Copeland has been able to expand the zone up against Donahue. You see her go to her rise ball at very selected times. And when she does, it is a hard pitch to lay off of.
Pinch hitter scheduled to come in for Northwestern. Izzy Kania, who was the starting designated player, finally gets her chance in this box.
Yeah. Sure, nobody expected Kania to not have her opportunities until the 6th inning. But again, a player who has brought spark to this lineup every time she's implemented.
Takes a big hack and misses for strike 1.
We talked to Coach Drohan. She mentioned that there's just a different kind of juice within Kania's bat.
He has that barrel awareness that Coach Rohan said, too. For a player as young as Kania is, just has that ability to understand all the dimensions of the batter's box, the strike zone, knowing exactly where she needs to be for the best position for a hit.
You see her be very aggressive. 2 early swings, working to find her way on time, but now you are defending 2 strikes against Copeland, who has so many tools to either go up in these situations or off speed.
This one slowly rolled to third, and Kania beats the throw from Cooper. Didn't know whether it was worth it to come in hot or not, and it results in a 2-out hit for Izzy Kania.
Those are tough plays to field when you are Cooper. 2 outs, you're behind the bag against a powerful hitter in Kania, and sometimes you just have to tip your cap to the speed of the runner when she beats you in front.
That brings Ainsley Muno up, and her last time up left the yard in a hurry with a shot to left center field. We'll see how Copeland attacks this one and pours in a first pitch strike. Kania at first. The count even at 1. Copeland approaching 50 pitches. Thrown as that one gets away. Kania up to second. Is in with the slide, but no throw. So yet another wild pitch today. Looking to make that a 10 with an out here. 3-1 the count, however. That one tipped for strike 2.
Both of these pitchers flexing the off speed in a hitter's count situation. And it's so risky to do, but it can pay off in so many dividends when you're able to successfully locate that pitch.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 3-run ball game. A 2-out walk keeps the inning alive for Northwestern.
And Copeland pauses extra on that one. That's about half a ball off the plate. Could have went either way. Great discipline by the first-year player in Muno. And now you have Lindsay up in the 9th spot. Kate Drohan is going to look to her counterpart in Carol Drohan, her associate head coach, looking to see if they're going to make possibly a pinch hitter situation.
Looking to see who would come out of the Northwestern dugout here. Looks like we go pinch runner, lifting Muno. That is Hannah Cushing coming in to pinch run for Muno.
We've been talking about players who have stepped up in Big Ten play. Ayanna Lindsay, one of the ones who's done that the most, hitting almost 300 in conference play alone and sets such a high OPS in a run production level.
It's just the 4th game that Cushing has played and appeared in this season. No stats to her as Lindsay look at a first pitch strike.
Copeland relying heavily on her off speed, trying to neutralize any power that Northwestern has in these situations.
Lindsay lifts one, foul ground, but able for Stone to make the play and end the inning, stopping the Northwestern scoring threat and sending us to the final frame with the Hoosiers still up by 3.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Enough separation that Indiana's all needed as they now load the bases yet again.
2 free passes this inning for Miller. Has been her Achilles heel this series and something Indiana's going to look to capitalize on. It's one of their best sticks in the lineup in Cora Bassett, who led off for the Hoosiers earlier this season. I talked to Coach Stan, and she says, you know, we dropped her down to take some pressure off of Bassett. And it's actually worked out really well because not only has she got better, but she's came up in some crucial situations.
She is with the bases loaded, her team leading by 3, and watches the first pitch strike. Plenty of tension in this moment. Northwestern needing not only to get out of this jam, but score at least 3 runs in the bottom half of this inning to stay alive and have a shot at the championship clincher.
Ray having to go across her body to keep that one in front. A little bit of a mix-up on location for Miller, who is still working to find control of the zone. You see the infield tight all around the diamond.
Miller fires the 1-1. That's low.
Middle infield giving some extra love to Miller. Kansas Robinson, Bridget Donahue. Kate Drohan credits Donahue being Miller's rock. Just such a steady, even player for the Wildcats.
2-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. Fouled back.
Bassett very aggressive on that 2-1 hitter's count, but it's the off speed that's able to just keep her off time just enough to generate a foul ball.
What are you dialing up here if you're in this circle in this moment?
Well, if her off speed was just such a competitive strike, I'm almost thinking you go back to it, but ladder it away or down.
See what she does on the 2-2. That one chopped to third and foul. In a situation like this, bases loaded, one out, are you trying to force that double play ball, or are you just trying to get one out at a time knowing what you can do?
The biggest focus is just getting one out. If the double play happens, great. But in the sport that it's very hard to come across, if you can just get one off the board, primarily at home, that's a big win.
That one gets high. Ray pump faked. Full count.
Miller taking an extra second behind the plate, just trying to really calm herself down in these situations, be able to keep her team in this.
Payoff pitch from Miller. In the air, kept in the infield. Donahue underneath. And that's exactly what Ashley Miller and this Wildcat team needed. Keeping any sack flies out of the picture now for any run scoring opportunities.
That was one of the biggest pitches that Miller could have delivered in that moment. Another off speed. Bassett's just a little bit too far out front, creates a pop up.
The third pop out to Donahue this afternoon. She had 2 in the first inning. Now Kettleman takes a big cut and misses for strike 1.
And great players step up in big moments. Miller, some of her best pitches we've seen in these last 2 that she's thrown.
Miller the 0-1, make it 0-2. Crowd starting to feel it more and more. As the bases were getting loaded, it got a little quiet, but now with every strike that Miller's pouring in, starting to feel a little more alive, something that'll help, you figure, carry the team into the bottom of the 7th. But they gotta get out of the top half too, and they're still a very dangerous threat here at the plate with the bases loaded.
And both of these teams have had their opportunities with bases loaded to really crack this game open. For Northwestern, it's been about leveling up defensively in the circle.
1-2 for Miller. Fouled back, we'll see another. In the bottom of the 7th, it is the top of Northwestern's order due up. A game in which, at this moment, they trail by 3. 1-2. Another foul ball.
Kettleman doing a great job after getting down 0-2 and just battling it off, trying to work herself on time. It's hard when you're facing a pitcher like Miller, who's throwing such a consistent strike in the off speed and the hard stuff, to be able to defend both of those speeds with 2 strikes.
Miller calls time. Takes time to reset.
What Indiana has done such a great job is not making one moment too big, just really buying into passing the bat mentality.
That one skips in, gets away from Ray. In safely on the wild pitch is Stone, and the Indiana lead is restored to 4.
Coach Stanton fired up after Northwestern is able to score on wild pitches. This time Indiana's turn, and with how many Miller has been skipping in, Ray's doing a great job blocking, but I'm sure Coach Stanton is starting to get in the ear of her players that on the next time one ball skips, we're going. Another bang, bang play. This time, Indiana coming out on top.
It's a really great aggression play, too, because they got Ray to come off her position, having to basically enter the field of play. Wasn't in spot to field the throw back. That one misses the zone for a 2-2 count. Count is full after the wild pitch, which scored a run for Indiana. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. Scoreboard lit up with dots, and we'll see another payoff.
Indiana just being so aggressive. They have scored 4 out of 7 innings. It's the pressure that they have put on Northwestern, something that hasn't happened a lot for the Wildcats.
Long at bat here forced by Kettleman, doing a great job to battle. And she draws a huge walk to keep things going for the Hoosiers. Nothing is guaranteed at this moment. Here's Alex Cooper, who had a triple in the fourth, came home to score after that. Came in to pitch for one at bat, walked Kelsey Nader and went back to third base. Runners all over the screen here with a 1-1 count.
And for Miller, at times, you've seen her nibble a bit on the corner. It's important to remember that Indiana has not squared up Miller at most points today. Everything has been free bases, so trust your pitches through the zone.
Both these teams with 3 extra base hits, 1 long ball apiece. But it's been those walks that have been huge. Northwestern's only walked twice today, Indiana 7 times. 2-1, check swing, strike called. With 2 outs, Indiana's hitting 0 for 5, Northwestern 1 for 7. Here's a 2-2 count with 2 gone. Up in the zone, just missed it high.
Those are all great takes in the batter's box. You can want to get so big when the game feels like it's on the line, but to understand that the changeup is not what you're hunting.
Payoff pitch. Fouled away. Pitch number 7 at the at-bat coming up after Kettleman drew an extremely long at-bat with a wild pitch in the middle of it to disrupt some momentum. Indiana with a grand slam in the second and scored a single run in the 4th, 5th, and this inning right here, the 7th. Miller pours one in. Missed it low, walked in a run, and Indiana leads it 8-3.
Ashley Miller on top of the Big Ten for her ERA in so many other categories, but if there is one Achilles heel, it has to be the walks. Came into the series 35 in conference and 64 season long, and that's going to lead to a pitching change as Cammie Henry, who started the game, will now come in hoping to close it for the Wildcats.
Looking to close this one out. Northwestern only need 1 more out to escape this 7th inning, as Indiana is coming to score twice.
When you look at the grand slam, the hit for the home run was the only hard hit ball hit well off of Henry. The rest were generated by bunts and miscues by the defense. So when you take away that 1 hit, Henry looked well against Indiana. So I think this is a great matchup coming back to her and changing the look for Indiana, who's been facing 2 drop ball pitchers, to now somebody who's going to work her rise a lot more.
Henry with the 1-1. Earned strike 2.
You have to be so mentally tough to come into a situation with bases loaded, looking to attack the strike zone early.
That one looked good, but not enough to earn strike 3.
And I think the crowd would agree with you. As a pitcher, you have to have a short mentality. How quickly can you take time? And Henry will take time there with Emma Ray, and then come back and throw an even more competitive pitch.
5-run ball game. Bases are loaded for the Hoosiers. Here's the 2-2. In the air, center field, shallow enough for Robinson, who makes the play and ends the top half of the 7th. But not before Indiana can bring one across on a wild pitch and another on a walk. It's do or die time for the Wildcats. Down 5, bottom of the 7th coming up. Brianna Cunningham hits Robinson on the first pitch.
For Northwestern, they will take base runners in whatever way they can. Nobody has to believe in this comeback more than the players themselves. A team who's shown life before throughout the season in the 7th inning, and as long as they have an out on the board, they believe they can do damage.
Brianna Copeland today, 4 innings pitched, giving up 3 hits, 2 runs. Those came in the 5th. She now faces Nader.
Kelsey Nader, somebody who's done damage against Brianna Copeland, and we'll see. This ball got away from Copeland, hitting Robinson in the head, but works back quickly with 2 strikes.
Yeah, incredible work. Nice speed on these pitches as well, turning up the heat.
Copeland's a pitcher who throws 66 to 68, but she can maintain that speed throughout the entirety of a game.
Later today, 2 for 2 with a walk for good measure. Looks at ball 1. There's not a tremendous amount of wind out there in the outfield right now. Not really enough to carry a ball out on its own, but could play an influence on a fly ball. Northwestern going to need more than that, though.
When Coach Drohan talks about Kelsey Nader, it's her decisiveness at the plate. It's her ability to take some good late takes and really crucial counts. You're seeing it right here.
Here's Copeland. Just poked at, lifted to short. Underneath is Benson for the first out. Weak contact has been huge for Brianna Copeland today. Been such a massive reason why she's been successful for the vast majority of her outing.
Copeland building off the success she had yesterday, really able to keep the hitters in Northwestern guessing, going side to side, working all levels.
Zidak today 0 for 3. Fielder's choice. A fly out in there and quickly down 0-2 after 2 big cuts.
Umpire is going to take time as Copeland looking to work very quickly against Northwestern.
0-2. That one skied. Another soft contact pitch coming in Kettleman. 2 gone. Northwestern down to their final out. And it's going to be on the bat of Hannah Cady to keep things going.
This Indiana team is one that everybody circled. It's going to be one of the top contenders in the Big Ten. They have faced some highs and lows throughout, but a win against a team who is trying to capture a Big Ten title would be huge for their resume headed into the Big Ten tournament next weekend.
Ball skipping in, but Parker doing a nice job holding Robinson at first. Indiana, if they can get one more out here, will have accomplished a feat that they haven't seen in over 12 years. We'll get more of that in a moment. 1-0, finds the zone.
And for Northwestern, their winning streak at home, it started in April of 2022 against Michigan. And it's been something that this team loves playing at the J. And whether it continues or it ends today, it's something that deserves to be celebrated, not only from the team and what they've been able to do, but the community and how they show up and continue to support these women.
And 38 straight wins at home isn't going to get you a banner hung up at your park, but it's still a massive feat to show what your home fans, what your park can do when your team is really clicking. And for the last 2 years, we've really seen it from this Northwestern team, who's now down to their final strike. Cady fouls one back, and we'll see another.
Hannah Cady, throughout her career, she's on her senior weekend, and one of the things she's known for is being an equalizer. And while a home run would not equal the score, it could do some major damage and propel Northwestern even closer, trying to pull off an upset.
Hoosier fans are on their feet as this one slowly rolled to second. Van Brandt to first, and Indiana pulls off a huge win, beating Northwestern 8-3, stalling any celebration efforts for the Wildcats here in May.